The Good Guy Experience.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a pre-recorded show of The Good Guy Experience. You know, we're not here on our normal Wednesday night, but we're here bringing you something special on a Tuesday. What they say, got the club going up on Tuesday. y'all remember that song?
Yeah.
How y'all doing on this Tuesday night?
Doing pretty good.
I'm good, man. I'm here.
Hey, look, I'm in a real good mood. I went by and I stopped by my job today. I said, hey, how's everybody doing? I said, we return back to working schedule next week, right? They said, no, my brother, you got a week after that. I didn't know what to do with myself. I don't know. Maybe
you return back to this. Ooh, I ain't doing that.
Man, look, man, I was so happy, man. I'm gonna go climb the mountains and sing the songs I like to sing.
They got to come get me, bro. They got to come get me.
Huh? Come on, man.
They're gonna knock on every time to sign.
So guys, tonight we got a special show going. We're going to be discussing two-way. We're going to be discussing guns and things about how we feel about guns, fears, facts, gun reform, and things like that. Does anybody on the panel, do you have experience with guns, or is it something that you're taboo about? Is it something that you're kind of like, that's not really my thing?
Nah, not me. I got experience. You know, I was in the military, so you know, got experience with guns. Mortars, C4, all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, Action Jackson. Well, I'll be out.
They paid me to do.
Ro, what about you? I'm scared. I mean, good God, we got Action Jackson up here. So who we got now?
See, I'm the complete opposite. I'm gonna be the Pink Panther. I'm just sneaking and creeping around trying to hide.
Let me tell. I recently got into guns probably about a year or so ago, and I'm gonna tell you, in our culture, in our music and things like that, there are so many misconceptions. There are so many things that we hear that are wrong. So many people that are steering us down the wrong path, and so many things that you think you know will get you injured, that will get you hurt. A lot of people fear guns and things like that because of what you hear or misconceptions. But tonight, we have someone with us to help us out and kind of get through those misconceptions and those myths and things like that. So I want to show a brief clip. No, as a matter of fact, before we do that, I am going to say that we have on Miss Destiny on Instagram. She is It's Destiny. What she does on her Instagram page, she shows you how to conceal your weapon. She talks about 2A. She talks about the safety of guns. She talks about gun control and everything like that. Her page is simply amazing. Once again, on Instagram, It's Destiny, ITSDESTAYNEE, and we are pleased to have her on our show tonight. She is a 2A advocate. She is a 2A content creator, and she is a mother. And once again, we welcome Miss Destiny to the platform. How you doing, Destiny? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. How are you all?
We're doing good. We're doing good. So let me ask you, Destiny, where did your journey with guns or anything or everything start? How did you get into the gun world?
I would say it started in October 2020. My cousin is a firearm instructor and he was doing classes. And I was like, this is something that I need to learn about. Not thinking I was going to get deep into it, just wanting to learn. And took the class. I sat on my permit for about a year. And then in 2021, I went and filed for it, got it, purchased my gun December 21, and it's been up ever since.
So look, this is what I have. I'm going to share my screen really quick, if you guys don't mind me doing that. I'm going to show her in action right now. Miss Destiny, check her out. Yeah. Look at her handling that thing. She's up there rocking it, doing such a great job. And it looks like you are spot on with your accuracy there.
I was pretty accurate.
And it looks like you're having a lot of fun with it too.
Lots of fun.
All right. So what I want to say is, and what I want to start off by asking, on that screenshot, we saw what we would call an AR-15.
Mhm.
When people see those type of weapons, they automatically think danger. They're horrified. They're scary. Is it such a scary weapon?
It's not. It's actually a pretty fun weapon. I think that weapons are tools. Firearms, guns, they're tools. It's the person that's handling them that makes them scary or dangerous.
Mm,
It's the person that's pulling the trigger that's going to do the harm, not the actual firearm, in my
Okay.
opinion.
So sometimes I'm going to pull up this picture. A lot of times when people see that, people just get this misconception like, oh, it's a weapon of what's that word? Mass destruction and things like that. Oh my God, it's so evil. What you're saying is pretty much it's not the weapon itself. It's the people that are behind the weapon. So can we say that if people are more trained or well trained and adverse to the weapon, that we will get better outcomes and people wouldn't be so fearful about it?
Yes, I definitely agree. If people had more knowledge about them, more experience with them, perhaps they wouldn't be so afraid. They will understand them better. Because to me, with all things, it's all about the person operating anything that makes it good or bad.
Exactly. I agree 100%. Now, I don't know the exact date. I do know that the House of Representatives, Ty, you might be able to help me out with this. The House of Representatives, they passed the bills trying to outlaw AR-15s, did they not?
Yeah, they passed the assault rifles ban. It's got to go to the Senate. Probably won't get past the Senate, I don't think. That's something that's it's in the works. It's been one before,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it was an assault weapons ban. I forget the exact years, but it was in the 90s. The bill expired and they became legal again, and that's when we started selling them again. Yeah, so for a while they were illegal. I mean, I understand people's apprehension and fear of the weapon, just because when you look at it, it looks like it's the same. It's an M4 looks like
Right.
AR-15 was like an M4, the same thing I carried in Iraq, Afghanistan, and stuff. So it looks the same. It's got like 30 rounds. So, like I say, sometimes the wrong people get them. So that's kind of the issue. I'm not for a ban at all. I don't believe in that. I'm not a big, advocate of that. I'm cool with reasonable stuff, like trying to get people with problems from getting them. If I gotta wait a day, I'll wait a day. I'm okay with that. I'm not good with banning though. That's in my opinion, because it is. I mean, the wrong person getting it, as we've seen in certain places, can cause some issues. So
right. Is there anybody on the panel that is for the banning of weapons or AR-15? I don't want to say assault rifle because a lot of people, that is a misconception that AR-15 stands for assault rifle 15, and that is a misconception. Miss Betsy,
Armalite.
There we go. All right, Armalite weapon. Ro, do you have any questions, or because I see the wheels turning? Do you have anything?
Yeah, the wheels are turning. So thank you for enlightening me, because I did think that AR meant assault rifle. So thank you for that clarification. And I wouldn't say necessarily ban ARs, but what my question and thought has to do with, when I think of AR-15s, I do think of military personnel, like you was just describing, Tyrone, for yourself. When you were in the military, you were using it in combat. And so for me, my thought is like, why would I, as a civilian, need an AR-15 in everyday? Like, what would be the significance of me having it?
That's a great question. That is a great question. And I before Miss Destiny or Ty answers that question. I do understand what you're saying. When you see those weapons, you tie them into the military, and especially growing up in the 80s and 90s, when you see these movies and everything like that, didn't make it any better when you see Arnold Schwarzenegger with the "get to the chopper" and he's up here just shaking, shooting and stuff like that. You got Stallone with two of them in his hand, so it does. Y'all seen those movies, you know what I'm talking about. So it does put that stigma in your head, like, oh my God, this is scary. But I mean, why would somebody need an AR-15? Why would somebody need a weapon like that for their household to protect themselves?
Because they want to.
I didn't hear. I mean, you both spoke at the same time. So,
sorry.
Destiny, it's on you.
I said, why wouldn't they? If you look at these videos that we're seeing, it's multiple people that are trying to enter people's homes, multiple robbers at one time. Revolver, 6.5 rounds. You got a couple of people coming at you. Why wouldn't we? I don't know. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, because they want to, and then it comes down to it's America. People feel like it's their right to have firearm, and and then it's just a philosophical question of where is your freedom, and where does it end? Because it does end at some point. Even like I can't buy a tank because I want to defend my house.
Right.
That's illegal. I can't get an M60. I can't fully automatics, and that's illegal. So where does it? There's always gonna be that line where it says, okay, you can have this, but you can have this. There's always gonna be somebody that says, I want to have this. I want to have something. So some of the compromise is the magazine capacity. Some people say, well, we won't ban it. Like if you go up north, most places up north, it's a 10-round capacity for the magazine. Right. I don't know. It's a little late for me. If they made it legal, I got a whole, I ain't speak on that, but so 10 rounds. Some people are like, oh man, that sucks. Would you want it banned altogether? So it maybe have to be a political compromise. Cause me, and I'm on the other side of it too, just in like working with kids and stuff. I've seen kids getting AR-15s and killing each other. I'm in Charlotte, and I've seen kids on Instagram with AR-15s that, I'm like, bro, how the hell you get that?
Right.
So there's got to be some responsibility, society-wise, like how are the wrong people getting it? Like, how are these kids in the hood getting these weapons? So nobody really talks about that too much. And like you go to Chicago, urban places, you're seeing these weapons that we go to the range and enjoy responsibly, but you give it to a 14-year-old kid, and now you get a weapon in your hand, you feel like King Kong,
right?
And it's not going well. So we gotta look at it. Well, I think people, advocates for 2A, have to look at it and be responsible and say, okay, yeah, we can't just say, well, nah, it's just fun. It's, home protection. There are some societal problems we got to work out, and we got to do some common sense, reasoning about,
I do agree with you, Ty, on mental background checks and everything like that. No, I don't agree with banning weapons, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you did decide to do a universal ban, hey, everybody, turn in your weapons. These are now illegal. So you're trying to tell me the people that are doing illegal things are not supposed to have them anyway, just because now they're illegal. Oh, well, here, Mr. Officer, this is my weapon that I've had for the last 15 years illegally, and I'm just going to turn it in now. So in my opinion, what you're doing is you're unarming the law-abiding citizen. And that's how I feel about that. And I also wanted to piggyback on what Destiny said with Rose's question about why would you need an AR-15. She said it beautifully. Multiple invaders, a handgun. Yeah, that's nice. But when you have that AR-15 platform and you're able to steady that on your shoulder and you're able to place that on your cheek well and things like that, you're more accurate, able to shoot more rounds. I think the standard AR holds 30 rounds. Yeah. You're having 30 rounds versus that 10 rounds versus that 15. I think that you would be a little bit happier that you got the extra 15 with multiple coming into your home. So, thank you, Destiny, for that. Thank you, Tyrone, for your feedback. our show, there's no secret. Yes, we do have a lot of men that follow our show and everything like that, and we welcome everybody. But it's no secret that our show has a lot of women that tune in. And unfortunately, women are afraid of guns. They're afraid of what they might do. They're afraid of what they look like. And sometimes men, I will admit that we kind of see a woman coming in and say, oh, she's so cute, so she needs a cute one. So Destiny, when you go into gun ranges or gun stores, is there any way that you're treated? Do men come in and they automatically assume, hey, here's this pretty powder blue gun for you because it's cute?
Definitely. They definitely treat me that way and try to like baby me in a sense. But my thing is, before I made my first purchase, I did my research. I looked online. Well, I talked to a couple instructors, saw what they recommended. I looked online for reviews. I went to the range and tested them. So when I went to go purchase, I already knew what I wanted. They weren't going to be able to push the little baby cute pink and blue gun on me. I know what I want. Just get it for me.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, what you first did, you researched. Ladies and gentlemen, she said she researched. So this is something that you just don't want to jump in, because there are people out there that will try to sell you anything. And I'm not saying just because it doesn't cost a lot, it's not a good weapon. But a lot of times when your life and your safety and the safety of your family is on the line, you want to get something that's going to be reliable. And I'm sorry, a lot of times that's not going to be the $99 and things like that. Now, I'm not saying you can't. Anything is possible. But like she said, you want to research, you want to find what you want, you want to go out and talk to different instructors, and you want to go out and you want to test that weapon. You want to go out, you want to go to the range, you want to see how it feels in your hand, you want to feel the recoil, you want to see how your body reacts to that weapon, and then make your purchase based off that assumption. So with the cutesy guns, I mean, have you seen a cutesy gun that might work, or have they been more of like, you want to steer away from those and go to a particular brand?
You want to stay away from them. In my opinion, you want to stay away from the cutesy guns. I mean, you can always get your gun customized if you just want to have a pink gun or want to have a blue gun. You can get it customized. But like you said, for me, it's like an investment in my security, my personal security and my family security. So I'm going to spend the money on something that I know to be reliable based on the research, and word of mouth from other people as well. And I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Certain brands, I am a little biased. But
don't do it. Cause I know what you're gonna say. I know what brand you're gonna say.
What's your brand? Don't spit it out. Let us know.
I am a SIG girl. SIG there.
Okay. I like SIG.
Lord,
I'm biased myself, so
I had the opportunity to speak with Destiny, and I think Destiny, you might remember what I said my brand was, but I knew you were a SIG girl. I knew watching your clips and everything, you are a SIG girl through and through. I'm a Glock guy.
Yes, I'm a Glock guy too.
I'm a Glock guy. People say, the block. I'm like, but I'll tell you what, that block is reliable. You can drop it in the mud. You can throw it. I seen somebody put their Glock in the dryer and get it out. Then start going
customized,
man.
Nice and pretty.
I'm a Glock guy, but I do know that the Sig Sauer. But I've heard it pronounced so many ways. Sig Sauer, Sig Sauer. Yeah. But that is a wonderful weapon. But every time it's always the Sig and it's the Glock until you start getting into those John Wick guns. It's about $3,000.
I tell you, when I fell in love, we getting into brands, but when I kind of fell in love with, I fired off a little bit. And that people sleep on that Canik. Boy, that Canik is all right.
Canik is nice.
I did hear that the Canik was
underrated. They went to the range and mess with it. You'd be like, oh, okay. Still a Glock guy.
Right. I did hear about the Canik, and I did hear that the Canik was pretty nice. I'm going to share my screen again, guys, and I want to share something. So, but as far as concealing your weapon, and as far as checking the safety of your weapon, Destiny, can you kind of explain what you're doing here in this video? I'm going to let it play through once, and I'm just going to see if you can explain to us what's going on.
Okay.
How to make sure your firearm is clear.
them
All right.
know.
That's the way to do it. Now, here's the no. Right. So some people won't realize what they just saw. A lot of people that aren't into guns, or they're not knowing what they're looking for, they won't know any. They might be like, what did she do different? She did the same thing she did the first time.
No, she didn't. And I don't even mess with guns. But I know that second time when she did that double, that was cocking the gun. I was like, no, that's not what you do.
Right. So could you explain what's going on there for safety, for safety reasons when clearing your weapon? And could you also explain what is clearing your weapon?
Clearing your weapon is making sure that what they call is cold, meaning no bullets in the chamber, no loaded magazine inserted. So what I was doing was dropping the magazine, because you want to make sure that hopefully nothing's in the chamber. So you drop the magazine that has all the bullets in it, and then you rack the slide is what they call it. You rack the slide to make sure no bullet is in the chamber there, because you don't want to pick up a gun and just pull the trigger. You don't know. So you always want to clear the firearm upon picking it up.
I'm going to play that again. So, because a lot of people, so you can walk through them with it, because a lot of people might not know what the slide is versus the magazine and everything like that. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to let you explain while it's going through that. All right.
Okay. Dropping the magazine.
All right. So guys, that magazine just dropped out. Can you explain what does the magazine hold?
The magazine holds the bullets.
All right.
You can see them in there.
Swiss cheese makers.
Racking the slide and locking the slide, showing that it's clear.
All right. So what she just stated that she racked that slide. That slide is what she pushed back, showing that it's clear. She's presenting the gun. She's presenting that chamber, showing that it is clear.
Ready to go. Right. You don't want to rack it while the magazine's in there, because
right. So you're chambering that round. So that was the major difference that I saw when you are racking that slide, and then you have that magazine still in your weapon. Mm-hmm. You are going to feed that weapon, and then you go and you try to dry fire, and next thing you know, good God Almighty, you got some smoke in the city. So please be careful, guys. Please be careful.
Let me say too, like it's not even a woman thing, man. It's a lot of dudes.
Right.
A lot of dudes with egos buying guns, don't know what they doing, shooting themselves in the ass. You know, it's a lot of people who just really need to understand that you buy a gun, it's a responsibility. You need to know how to use it. Definitely. Go to the range, take some courses, some safety courses, some advanced marksmanship. Because a lot of people buy a gun and think, oh, it's security. Just put it in the closet, under the bed, never look at it again. Then you need it. You don't know what you're doing. You're nervous. You're gonna mess up. You gotta really be responsible with a gun. It's a serious thing. So, that's everybody.
Yeah.
One thing that I did learn back in physical therapy school, when you get nervous and your heart starts racing, the first thing you lose is that fine motor skill. So the first thing if you're nervous and you don't know how to use your weapon, because what you're relying on is pretty much muscle memory. Mm-hmm. You're relying on every time that you took that out of your holster, and you're relying on muscle, because you lose fine muscle memory. Fine muscle memory. So if you don't know what you're doing, and then you add on top of that your nerves, now you get to, I can usually do this thing, and boom, and it's too late.
Yeah.
Right.
So work, repeat. Are there any? Oh, go ahead, Destiny. Sorry about that.
Oh no, I was just saying, definitely, I agree.
Okay. Revolvers versus a lot of people say women they look so cute with revolvers, or they need to have revolvers versus semi-automatics or pistols. Is there any truth to that?
I don't believe so. Revolvers are cute, whatever, but for me, I need more rounds. I need more rounds than just the 5 or 6. So I'm gonna go with the semi-automatic.
Okay.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. And I believe what she said, because in a revolver you do get that typical 5 or 6 rounds. In your standard semi-automatic, Tyrone said it best. I never see. Well, yes, you do have some. You have some subcompact that may hold 6, but from your compact on to your full size, I haven't seen anything less than 10 rounds. So you're adding on at least another 4 rounds, and then standard wise, you're going basically 15 rounds. You're going 9mm, things like that. So you're adding more rounds onto it, things like that. So
17.
Now you're going into full size weapons when you get the 17, or
hey, that's what I gotta have that 17, bro.
What are you referring to the Glock 17? Or you saying you just need 17 rounds in?
I need them 17 rounds.
Oh, okay. Ro, we I see the wheels turning again. Did you have any questions that you wanted to ask or anything like that?
No, I'm just listening. My husband said that he prefers the Hellcat because of the accuracy and the light weightness of it. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I'm messing with that.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's a little snappy nice for me, but it's nice.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never really shot a subcompact before. A subcompact. I'm not saying I have the biggest hands in the world. I don't, but just trying to squeeze. And then, like you said, that recoil is going to be kind of pow, pow. I mean, that's
you gotta go to the range. You gotta get used to it. You get used to it, and you be like, oh shit, okay, I feel it. At first, you're gonna be like, oh, you get used to it though.
I'm gonna tell you, Glock 19, perfect size for me. Glock I love my Glock 19. The full size, I don't believe that you can carry. Some people can,
I
but
can.
You can conceal
with the right holster. Yeah.
That Glock 19, something you'll forget is there. You're like, oh man, it's so comfortable on your side and everything. Like, I'm a compact 19 size guy. So, but
do people still use 9mm? Like, because those 9s are heavy, if memory serves me correctly. 9's got a little weight to it, and if memory serves me correctly, recoil is wicked. Am I right? Wrong? Y'all tell me, because it's been a minute. I told you I don't mess with guns, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna let our guest tackle this one. Then I'm gonna let Ty piggyback off of that.
Well, the 9mm is the caliber of the bullet. Mm-hmm. So the Hellcat is a 9mm. The Glock 9mm. So it's the
Now if you buy a damn High Point it's made out of pure iron, then it's gonna be heavy as hell. But
we might have some High Point on it. I mean, but look, I heard that the High Point 40 wasn't that bad. I heard it.
Listen, I had one, then I ended up trading it in for something better. But I had one for a while, but the long running joke. Somebody said that they had a High Point. They said, well, Dad, you might as well throw it at the person. Yeah, you throw it at somebody, they dead, they gonna die. If that's a pistol whip weapon, you gonna get the charge. First strike, they head going out of here.
Oh my God.
See,
I think that's my first handgun was a High Point.
A lot of people's first handgun was a High Point because they're cost efficient.
Yeah. But I want to push back though on it. At first, when we talked about the AR as a home defense weapon, I don't like it as a home defense weapon. It's as a home defense weapon, like somebody's in my house late at night, So I'm a shock if you could break into my house. You're gonna get these pellets. I'm spraying the hallway, because I ain't gotta aim. It's like I ain't gotta aim. I'm just pointing your direction, and you can catch these buck shots to the butt.
Now, can I speak on that? Now, Destiny, I know you. I mean, you and Ty, y'all pretty much are, have most of the experience. Ty, being in the military and you going to the ranges and things like that. But now with a shotgun, I did hear this was a misconception. Like that shot, you still have to aim because that wad up to 7-10 yards still stays in that wad until it separates at about 10 yards, and then you get the pellet action. So you still gonna have to
But
You
you ain't
know,
got aim as much as you do with an AR. You ain't gotta aim. You gotta point in the direction. It's gonna be they gonna spread out. Depends what you find too. Now slugs a little bit closer, but that buckshot gonna spread out on them a little bit. And that's just for home defense. And I have like a so I got a Blackwater. It's a magazine fed shotgun, and I got a little extended clip on. So I'm gonna get a couple of shots at you, and just in the house, close contact.
Oh yeah. I mean, close contact. Then yeah. How do you feel, Destiny?
I think that it depends on the setup of your house. If people are in apartments, they want to be mindful of what they're going to use for home defense, because every bullet you have to be held accountable for. So if you're shooting and it goes to your neighbors, that's on you, so you want to be mindful of that.
Right.
I'm picking up my P320 and with my little red dot, and I'm going to get you, so that's what I'm going to use. But, if there's multiple assailants, yeah, that AR.
And there's no better house alarm than that click.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's universal. Everybody, oh shit. Okay.
Everybody knows what that means.
But at the same time, with the AR, you got the clack, clack. I mean, you got that as well.
Mine's already clapped. I'm picking now. That's already done.
I think that we're going to have to come back. We're going to have to really do part 2 of this and really, really dive into the things, because we're getting into different brands, different weapons and things like that. I just wanted to give the people an overview of, especially our, don't get me wrong, Ty. I understand what you're saying. Men and women do need to be educated on this subject. But for our audience, which is a lady heavy audience, I do want them, don't be afraid of it. Yes, be respectful of the weapon.
Yes.
Be respectful of it, that it can harm, but educate yourself, train yourself, and don't be afraid of it. So I wanted to come on and I wanted to just give our audience a little tad bit of that. But I would like to come back for part 2 of this. And what I really would like to do is I really would like for the good guys to go live with Miss Destiny somewhere at a range so we can get together and we can do some shooting, because like I said, Destiny, I'm a fan. I watch her feeds, and I watch her her reels and everything like that. It's very informative. I mean, she comes up here and she'll wear something. She's like, "Hey, where's the gun on me?" I'm like, "Where is it this time?" I mean, and it's like, then it's like, boom. I'm like, oh my God, it didn't even look like it was there. So, I mean, I'm a fan. I would love for us to get together, and I would love for us all to just go to a range and we go live and go from there.
That would be dope.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Huh?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
So I mean, this would be something that I would love to do, and we would have to plan it, because I know it would have to be a midway point for us or something like that, because you way down in that great state of Florida, and I know that weather is so lovely.
It is. It is, for the most part. It is.
or maybe when the good guys, when we get very famous and we're getting endorsements and we're getting money coming in and things like that, we can fly you out here to Carolina and, and get you to come to the range with us and everything like that.
I'm going to Florida, boy. Come here. We getting brand. I'm going to Florida, bro. What?
You're right. We go to Florida and we just have a good time. We just go and go to the range.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I would like to thank you for coming on. I would like to thank you for giving insight to the people and everything like that. Thank you so much for your time. I want to thank Todd, and I want to thank Ro for coming on as well. It was very informative. I enjoy it myself, and I know the people will enjoy this segment as well.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
If you would stay on for a second after we leave, Ty, Ro, was there anything you wanted to add before we cut out?
No, I just want to thank her for educating me, and as well as you guys as well, because a myth that y'all just bust was 9mm are the bullet, not the gun itself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that they just say 9s.
Yeah.
So thank you, for real. Appreciate
they say
it.
a lot of things.
Backstage, Destiny and I were having a conversation. I mean, like, it took me until a couple of years ago to realize that a clip is it's a magazine, not a clip. But if you listen to rap song, I'm gonna put the clip in, and I'm gonna get the fire and put the clip in. Like, you know, so for the longest time I was referred to, not knowing what, you know, I haven't been around guns. Yeah, I'm gonna get the clip. Where's the clip?
We should joke about that in the military. People call that a clip.
Right. So I'm sitting up here trying to sound cool. Hey, where the clip at? So so guys, thank you for ties on you. Did you have anything that you wanted to?
Nah, man, just people need to train, you know, get a gun, get a weapon, make sure you train, be efficient with it, you know, and be safe, you know.
All right, guys. So this has been another episode of the Good Guy Experience, where the experience is always good, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night where we discuss men and our leadership roles. Does it still exist? Are men still leaders in the household?
I don't know. We're going to talk about it.
Come and find out tomorrow. If you guys would stay on after we end, and have a great night.